you are right now with your challenging behavior for your child. And it's just simple. I'm gonna put some questions out there. You can rate yourself, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, and then add up your score and put it in the chat box. And yeah, so let's just get straight into it. So the first question is, so you probably want to put a score first on some screen or on your on a piece of paper, and then just put the final score into the chat box. So my child listens 80% of the time, and I put 80% because it's not really realistic or possible for anyone to listen 100% of the time. There'll always be times where things don't work out that way, but it can be 80% of the time, and 80% is really enough to create like that environment of listening at home, which I've talked about in my previous presentations. So yeah, so my child listens 80% of the time, which would give you a 10, or my child never listens on first request, which would be a lower number, or you can rate yourself anywhere in between, wherever you think you are, or your child, or yeah, you and your child relationship is. My child hardly ever talks back to me versus my child talks back to me all the time. My child is well behaved in public versus they throw tantrums, especially in public. My child accepts it when I say no, versus my child repeatedly asks me for things until I say yes. Sibling fighting is a big issue, and this might not be applicable to everyone. Not every child has siblings, but maybe it could, if it doesn't apply to sibling, maybe it applies to when friends come over, or cousins, or any other sort of settings, as the siblings are loving and caring towards each other. My child sticks to technology boundaries versus they challenge me over technology all the time. My child eats most food I provide. I put most food because not every child is not going to want to eat something, and that's completely fine. We all have our own preferences as adults too. So, but the issue is more when they're really fussy and don't eat well, and it's affecting their health too. So we don't want that challenging behavior to continue. My child keeps this stuff tidy versus they throw things all over the house and leave a long trail of things behind them. My child does their homework happily versus homework is a battleground. So it can be homework, can be any other like academic work or other work that needs to be done, or it could even be helping out in the house, like it's any of that. And finally, about sleep routine. So because it's come up quite a lot recently, and challenging sort of challenges parents were facing, that having kids not being able to fall asleep, or really struggling with the sleep routine, or taking a very long time. So yeah, so having a good sleep routine in place, or it's a struggle every evening. And yeah, whenever you're ready, you could put the scores into the chat box. I'd love to hear where you are at the moment. And anybody watching on Facebook Live, obviously you can't see my screen, but if you like to find out more and get the replay, if you haven't registered, you can go to coachsafia.com/behavior, and that way you will get the recording, and you can have a look at the physical assessment again as well. So you got a 42 and a 66 and 87. Well done, Sister Shema. 11, 42. So yeah, you got all different types of scores. And if you like more tips on effortless parenting from the inside out and comprehensive training on how to make parenting fun, easy, and effective, watch our free web class on coachsafia.com/gift.